Hey guys, it's KJ48 and welcome back to my tips, tricks, and tutorials series for 7 Days to Die. This is part 2. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to repair stuff. Now, in this game, I think you've noticed that all these items have durability. You can see right here in this fire axe, the durability is 448 of 500. So we need to be able to repair that. Now, basically what you want to do is whenever a tool gets below 50%, it starts working less effectively. So you can wait until it's below 50% to repair it. But at that point, you really want to repair it. Just a little side note, once your stamina gets below 50%, you also start doing less damage and your tools are less effective. So I'm going to show you how to repair them. You're going to take iron ingots. This is the utmost top of the pyramid of the items that you can get. You can still do this repairing with different items, but I'm going to take it from step 1. You're going to take your iron ingots and you're going to turn them into forged iron. You're going to take your forged iron and you're going to turn it into short metal pipes. You're going to take your short metal pipes, turn them into metal strips, and metal strips can repair tools. I think one metal strip repairs, repairs at 10. So we only need 5 in there, 6, and that should be at 500 now. That's how you repair tools. And different kinds of tools and weapons are going to need different repair items, and they'll tell you what repair item they need. The barb club needs metal strips, you can see right there. The crossbow needs sticks. The stone axe needs small stones. So make sure to keep your tools nice and repaired. Okay, there is a mechanic in the game that if you take too long of a drop, you will actually injure your leg. So there we go. Actually, I just took damage there, but I didn't hurt my leg. Let me see if I can jump down from a bigger height. There we go. You see a little broken bone, bottom left-hand side. We're going to go over to our character profile. We're going to look at our buffs/debuffs. And we have a sprained leg. It'll tell you how long until it's healed. And it'll tell you your modifiers, like decrease movement speed by 20%. You can actually break your leg if you fall from too high. But if you do break your leg, you will just go over here and search for a splint. And you'll go ahead and craft yourself a splint, and it'll go from a broken leg to a mending leg, and it'll help it out quite a bit. So if you do hurt your leg, make sure you make yourself a splint. Okay, there's another mechanic in the game where every once in a while they will send airdrops. You can actually set up how often the airdrops come, and they basically drop these supply crates. And we're gonna go get this one right here. They have smoke coming out of them. And sometimes you'll see multiple planes. It's just because the first plane didn't drop anything, so they send another one. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. There it is. It doesn't have smoke coming out of it. That's weird. We're going to go get one of the ones with smoke coming out of them. Okay, here we are. Oh, it's weird. They're dropping on the ground and the smoke stops coming out of them. They don't normally do that, but whatever. So here's the supply crates. They could have all different kinds of stuff in them. Usually they'll have some food. They don't usually come with gun parts, though. Usually they have some food and healing items and water and stuff like that. And then you loot it up. Now make sure you loot it up, because if you don't loot it and you just escape, the stuff will fall all over the ground. So make sure you loot that up, for sure. Okay, there's a couple more things I need to show you with regards to forging and cooking. Okay, but there's 2 things you're going to need for both of those. First of all, for forging, you're going to need clay to make molds. So this is what clay looks like. There's no easy way to find clay. Usually you can find it like near water sources, like in rivers. Sometimes you can find it right below the surface of dirt. Sometimes you can get lucky and find another cliff face like this to get some clay. Alright, and you're going to want to just collect, I don't know, as many pieces as you feel comfortable with. 3 pieces is probably good for a start if you're in a hurry, but I would try and get a little bit more if possible. That's going to do it for the forging stuff you're going to need. The other thing you're going to need, and by the way, I have a hurt leg, so I'm just going to fly a little bit. The other thing you're going to need is animals to kill so you can cook stuff. You can cook water and everything as well. We'll get into that later, but I kind of wanted to find a deer for you to shoot. Deer is probably the best thing you can kill to cook. You can make it into venison. And I'm going to try and find one here. So bear with me. Okay, I didn't find any deer, but I did find a pig. Now, I would suggest using a crossbow on deer, and I'll get into that later on why. But you could just club a pig to death with anything. Just, take your club, whatever melee weapon you have, and just, beat the hell out of him with it. Can I hit him with a shovel? Yeah, there you go. Because they don't run fast. Like, even with a hurt leg, I can almost keep up with them. So yeah, with your leg 100%, you can run with the pigs and just beat them to death with whatever melee weapon you have. Let me see if I can find a deer. Okay, right here you have rabbit. I don't usually bother killing rabbit because they don't give you a lot of meat. Oh, where'd he go? And plus, they're hard to find and kill. Like I just saw one here, and now it's like it's gone. Yeah, he just ran off. Trust me though, there are rabbits. I usually don't bother them. Okay, we got a deer here. Now, you can kill a deer with a lot of different kinds of weapons, but I find the crossbow works pretty well. I'm not going to be able to run after it normally because my legs hurt, but I'll just show you how you can kill him with 2 shots of the crossbow. Oh, I missed. Until he stops. Shoot him. Ugh, lead him. There we go, we got him once. Then you're just going to follow him. Eventually he'll stop hopping around. You can try and shoot him while he's hopping around if you want, or you can just follow him. Takes a little bit of practice. They are wily. I mean, I could sprint a lot faster. I'm just trying to go slow to show you like what it would be like if you were chasing them. Got him. And eventually you'll kill him. 2 shots with the crossbow. You don't even have to hit him in the head. And eventually you'll kill him, and then you'll come over there and you will loot him. And he's going to give you venison, and you're going to take that to cook. So now we have our venison and we have the clay. Let's set up a forge and cooking spot. Actually, before we set up a forge and cooking spot, I'm going to have to show you how to get the pieces to make the forge and the campfires. Forges can easily be made with these rocks on the surface. You could break these with whatever you have, an axe, a pickaxe, a stone axe, or whatever. And you're going to break those, and you're going to get a lot of things from them. And the one thing you're going to need for the forges and the fireplaces, or not the fireplace, but the campfires, is not the leg, what the hell? The re-injured leg. That's what you're going to need. I was doing that. There we go. The small stones. So the other thing you're going to need is, let's see where the base is. The other thing you're going to need is pipes, and I'll show you how to get pipes. Yeah, you'll probably have pipes by now if you're looting a lot. But in case you're wondering like where pipes are, they're usually good found in like air conditioner units. So what we're going to do is we are going to fly back to the hub city. I'm going to look for some spots where I can get pipes. Okay, one thing else about the pipes is you can actually craft the pipes, but the thing is you need the forge to melt down the iron to make the iron ingots to make the pipes. So your first forge is going to have to be with that one. So let's go up on the roof here, and I will show you the air conditioner thingies. Here's one right here. And 90% of the time they have pipes in them, short metal pipes. That's what you want. So then you're gonna be down here in your base. You're gonna have everything you need. You're gonna open your crafting table or your crafting thingamabob, and you're gonna type in forge, and then you're gonna go ahead and make a forge, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to put the pipe right there. Put the pipe right there. There we go, and craft yourself a forge. Then you're going to go ahead and type in fur, and then you'll have the campfire, which is just like that. The campfire only takes stones. So there you go. And now you got a campfire. Now you got to place these 2 down. I usually like to place them next to each other, but you don't really have to. Or you could place the fire on top of them. A lot of people do this. I really don't like it, but a lot of people do that. So now you have, let's do the campfire first. Now you have a campfire. You're going to need a cooking pot. Hopefully you will have looted one. You can find them usually in places like those ovens, or on top of the ovens. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see one in here. There's one. There you go. Cooking pot. They're everywhere. Alright, and you're going to use the cooking pot to boil water. Now, you can't just drink water right out of the river or the toilet bowl or anything. Let's go ahead and get me some glass jars. You're gonna have some glass jars by this time as well. I guarantee you. So you're gonna take your glass jars and you're gonna find a river, a lake, or a toilet bowl, and you're gonna fill it up. You're gonna come on over here, and you're gonna put the cooking pot right there in the cookware. Then it's gonna give you the little area you can put your water in. You're gonna put the water in there, and now you're gonna need some fuel. Now here's the thing. I usually like to use wood for my fuel, but what you can do is you can turn wood into, there's a couple of bugs in the game where if you craft stuff you get more like cooking, I don't know what it's called, you get more burn time back for something you've crafted. Like if you take one wooden log and you turn it into wood planks, and then you turn the wood planks into frames, wood frames. The wood frames you get actually have more burn time than the original wood logs. So you're actually getting more burn time just for crafting. And there's even better ways to do it that I'm not really aware of. People tell me you can make all different kinds of wood frames that actually have better burn times. I usually just go wood frames. So, all right, so you make the wood frame or whatever you want. Everything has a burn time. A fire axe has a burn time. Everything has a burn time. So, and you're gonna put it in there. You're gonna put all your burn time stuff in there, whatever you want. And then, you know, it'll show you your time right here. You only want to put in 5 minutes worth. I put in 52 minutes worth because I really don't care. And then make sure you hit this cook button. If you don't hit the cook button, it's not going to cook. And it's basically going to boil the bottled murky water, which if you drink this, you have a 50% chance to get dysentery, which you don't want. So you definitely want to boil your water. To cook food, you are going to need more metal pipes. So I will show you really quick. How you can cook some of this food. You probably won't be making this stuff right away, but if you take your metal pipes and put them in like that, you get a cooking grill. All right. Then you get this stuff out of here. And then you're gonna put the cooking grill in there, and you're gonna put your venison on there, and then you're gonna start cooking grilled venison. There's all different kinds of venison you can make. You can actually use a stick, I believe. Let's see. You should be able to use a stick. If you don't have the grill, and you can make charred venison. So, yeah, you could use all different kinds of stuff in your cookware. And I'll leave you to discover some of it yourself. I just wanted to show you the basic stuff you're going to need to survive. All right, now for the forge. The first thing you're going to want to use in the forge is you're going to want to take that scrap iron you got out in the field, iron fragments, any other kind of iron you might have gotten. You're going to want to melt it down into molds, into ingots. And you're going to need molds for that. So you're going to take the clay, you're going to put it in the middle of inventory, you're going to turn it into lumps of clay, and then you're going to do this, just like that, and you're going to get an iron ingot mold. There's all different kinds of molds you can make in the game. If you just type in mold, there's tons of different molds you can make. And I'll leave that up to you to discover. I just want to show you the iron mold. So you take the iron mold, you're going to put it right there, you're going to put your scrap iron here. Okay, you got to put the mold in. Wait, why couldn't I put the scrap iron there? Oh, because I'm putting it in the wrong place. Oh my god. I'm trying to put the scrap iron in the fuel area. Oh, Jesus, Cage. Alright, scrap iron in top. It's going to show you the amount of weight you have in the forge. And then you're just going to try and... Now, the forge doesn't tell you how much you need to cook, how long. So, this is trial and error. I can't really help you out with this. But you're just going to put it in there. I would say for 15 pounds or whatever, or 15, whatever that is. I would say probably a couple minutes will be fine. And you're going to cook it, and that's going to turn into iron ingots. Once you have iron ingots, you can make all kinds of stuff. You make pickaxes, axes, just a ton of different stuff. It really opens up the game for you. And that's the basics of cooking and forging. Okay, one last game mechanic I forgot to mention. It's actually quite an important one. Is how you pick up items. Let's say you cut down a tree or whatever, and there's a bunch of stuff laying around, or you're mining. You basically pick it up by holding E, but if you hold down E, you'll suck up everything around you. So, makes it very, very useful mechanic there. Okay, now we're going to get into day one and your first priorities. Basically, this is when you first start out the game. I'm going to have nothing on me. Just ignore the wood and the drink and stuff. Just pretend I don't have anything on me. Just the basic stuff. I'm also going to be giving tips on the random gen map only. The tips here I give will work just as well on the Nav's game map, but I'm just going to do them on random gen, just because this is what most people are going to be playing. All right, your first priorities. Okay, before you start the game, you need to decide, do you want to have a plan, or do you just want to go where the game takes you? Plans would include whether you want to make a base or live in a prefab. A prefab is a structure that was not built by the player but was already in the world. Prefabs have been known to have zombie spawners inside of them, although I'm not really sure how true that is, but I've had zombies spawn in my prefabs before, and some people never have it. So just be aware that if you're going to build in a prefab, just be careful with the zombie spawners in there. You're not going to see a zombie spawner. It'll just be, it's invisible. It's not like in Minecraft, but you could have zombies spawning in your house, possibly. I suggest you try it anyway. It's pretty fun to live in a prefab. Okay, your first item is going to be the stone axe. Okay, so you just start off the game, and you need something to defend yourself, and you need a basic tool. Your first basic tool in defense is going to be a stone axe, and I'll show you how to make one of those. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and you're going to punch some grass. Punch that grass. All right, you're going to pick up the grass. You're going to pick up a stone off the ground. They're usually all over the place. And then you're going to looking for one of these black bushes here. There's one right there. All right, now you're going to punch that, and this is going to be how you're going to get your first stick. All right, so now you pick up the stick. Now you're going to go to the inventory. You're going to put the stone in the middle and turn it into a sharpened stone. Then you're going to put the grass in the middle, and you're going to turn it into plant fibers. Plant fibers are just basically string. All right, so now you're going to put the plant fibers there, the stick there, and the stone there, and you're going to get yourself a stone axe. Now this thing will kill a zombie in 2 hits if you hit them in the head, but it is a very slow melee attack. It's not, you don't want to use it for too long, okay? So that's going to be your first tool. Okay, your next item is going to be a crossbow. All right, you're going to use this on the grass. You can see it already breaks up the grass a lot faster. You're going to need a lot more sticks than that little bush is going to give you, so you're going to go ahead and cut down a tree with this thing. And this is going to take a while, and I'm not going to pause the video because I want you to see how long this is going to take. Now remember that if your stamina is low, it will it will make your tools be less efficient. So if you do have something to drink and your stamina is low, or if your thirst meter is low, go ahead. You might want to drink it. It depends. Depends how much drink you have. You might not want to waste drink. If your thirst meter is full and your stamina is low, it's up to you whether you think wasting your drink just to get your stamina up is worth it. All right, there you go. So now you're gonna pick up that wood. You're gonna turn that wood into wood planks. You're going to turn those into sticks. I wouldn't make 192 sticks. I'm just doing that because it's quicker. Then you're going to look up the crossbow. You're going to take your blades of grass. Remember, blades of grass are good for nothing until you turn them into plant fibers. Again, that is string. So you got the crossbow right there. You got the 2 plant fibers and a bunch of sticks. The crossbow is really sweet. It's an easy weapon to replenish ammo with. It does shoot slow. You have to aim and take your time, but it is a one-hit kill on I think every zombie in the game except for the spitter zombie. Even the bloat zombie, if you hit him in the head, it's a one-hit kill. But you're gonna need bolts for it, so you're gonna actually, you could pick up these stones that you can make into bolts, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna beat up one of these surface boulders. These things drop a lot of really good stuff. Now, first of all, you're going to need the stones that drop from these for your campfire and your forge when you decide to find somewhere to stay at night. It also drops iron fragments, which is really good for iron, obviously. You're going to melt it down into iron ingots. It also drops coal and potassium nitrate. Now, coal can be used as a fuel source, and if you mix it with potassium nitrate, you can make gunpowder with it. Gunpowder is good for TNT. It's good for bullets. It's good for a lot of different things. So you see right there, we just got the potassium nitrate, we got the lump of coal, we got the iron fragments, we got the small stones. So you're going to take all the small stones, you're going to put them up there, and you're going to get sharpened stones. Now you have the sharpened stones and you have the sticks, but you're still going to need feathers for the crossbow bolts. And what you're looking for with feathers is you're going to be looking on the ground, and you're going to be looking for nests, bird nests. Let's see what we got here. I don't really see any. They're usually all over the place. You'll see them. Yeah, there's one. As you go through the game, especially early in the game, make sure you loot these. Alright, so there you go. Feathers. Now you're going to look up here. You're going to go for, the crossbow bolts right here. Sticks in the middle. Sharp stones at the top. Feathers at the end. And you got crossbow bolts. So now you got yourself a crossbow. You can call yourself, whatever your first name is, Dixon. I like to call myself Cage Dixon. And you now have a crossbow. You see that rabbit right there? I think we can hit him. Let him stop. Stop. Got him. Alright, so I don't have zombies turned on because they make it hard for me to do these tutorial videos. But trust me, if you hit him in the head with the crossbow, it's going to be a one-shot kill. You got skinned rabbit and animal hide. Pretty sweet. So there you go. Now you got your stone axe and the crossbow. You're going to go through looting stuff in the game. One of the things I suggest you never turn your nose up at is cars. Always make sure you loot cars, because when you loot cars, you're going to get things like, here. You're going to get things like pickaxes in cars. You're going to get, you basically have 4 main tools in the game. Pickaxe, axe, shovel, and hoe. And you're going to find those in cars. So make sure you loot the cars and try and get that kind of stuff. Okay, so at this point, you've gone along, you're looting, you've got a primitive melee weapon, you've got a bit of a crossbow. You'll probably have some kind of scrap iron by now. As a matter of fact, you could take these iron fragments and turn them into scrap iron. Now you're going to make your first real weapon. You're going to put your sticks just like that. Be scrap iron right there, and you're gonna make yourself a barbed club. Now this stone axe is only good for as a tool now, because this barbed club is way better than the stone axe. It still kills in 2 hits, but it's a lot faster a weapon. You can kind of dodge in and you know, dance around and stuff. Trust me, this thing is way better than the stone axe. So now you've got your tools, you've got your defensive weapons. You're looking for a place to stay. Okay, I went over in one of the other segments of this tutorial about the hub city. Should you stay at the hub city? Well, that's up to you. I would probably stay at the hub city. The problem with the hub city, though, is it does have lots of zombies and lots of lag, at least for most people. I know I have lots of lag there. And but it's also got great loot and a great place to stay. So you got to decide whether you want to go to the hub city or not. I can't make that decision for you. I would probably suggest going there, especially if you're new to the game. Alright, so you're going to need certain things at night, okay? There's going to be certain things you're going to want to do when you're inside at night that you can't do, you know, that you can't go outside for stuff because the game, I can't make a fire axe. Here, let's do this. Okay, so there's going to be certain things that you're going to want to do inside that you know, once you're inside, you can't come back outside because the zombies are going to be running and they will destroy you. So one thing you're going to want inside is wood. Hopefully you found an axe by now. If you didn't find an axe, use the stone axe. So you're going to want to cut down some trees for some wood. You're going to want iron. If you've been looting, you're going to have quite a bit of scrap iron by now. Anything that you're not going to use. If you find 2 pickaxes, you can repair pickaxes. So don't keep 2 pickaxes. Break the other one down into scrap iron. Okay? You should have quite a bit of scrap iron before the first night falls. Don't forget to get yourself stones. Don't forget to get raw food if you can. If it's possible that you can hunt some deer or something, get yourself some raw food so you can cook it. And make sure you get clay. Clay and stones, I just went over this. Clay and stones are the one thing you're going to want to have the first night. So you have something to do up there in your base. So, yeah, so that's a basic idea of the first day and what you want to do and little tips and tricks there. So, you know, I think you're going to have a successful first day at this point. So, alright guys, it's going to be it for tips, tricks, and tutorials for 7 Days to Die. I have no immediate plans for further videos, but I will probably make more at a later date, so keep your eyes open. Until then, take it easy.